So these exist, you're welcome, go out and buy 2. That's what I just did. And then you know what? Find all of these and put them in a giant bonfire for all of the times they gave you cable foot, pulled out on you and cut out on you. And you know what? With the incoming arrival of AI, I wouldn't be surprised if these tried to throttle us while we're asleep. It's war on cables. Welcome to 2024, because thanks to whichever deity you subscribe to, the wonderful guys at NUX, yes, I checked, it's pronounced NUX, took a tuning pedal and a boosting pedal, combined the two and added in the pain string to create the B-8. Not the robot from Star Wars. Honestly, man, I think if I had even 1 iota of financial compensation for the number of times this nope rope has let me down, I would be a bajillionaire. So look, I'm not just going to sit here and read the manual to you because ain't nobody got time for that. I have got 2 of them. I've rigged one up. I've got another one here so I can unbox it for you. Super clean machine. You do need them. This is the new Boss Katana. This is the new, I don't know, whatever it is. It's the new thing. And it's just given my pedalboard a whole lease of life. Can I just say, beautiful packaging. Not that it really matters at all, but for some reason it totally does matter. Inside, you'll find a clean, black offering to the gods of tone. Here is your manual. You won't really need it, and I'm not kidding. You won't need it, not just for the sake of this comedic part of this video, but I plugged mine in and was able to use it immediately. It connects automatically. They are pre-connected, the TX to the RX, when they are manufactured. So you don't have to do any fancy stuff. You just turn it on. You just turn it on. That's really good. So the B-8 wireless system comes in 2 parts. This is the TX, which is the transmitter. And this is, I believe it's called the RX. You get a box with 2 holes you can give to your kids and they can make castles. That's what mine do. And this is the receiver. But it's not just a receiver. You've got to hand it to NUX because they really know what they're doing. They take a thing, they make the thing, and the thing ends up really good. You get a power supply. You're not really going to need that. It's true, you're not really going to need it. You get a USB cable. You might need that. In fact, you need it if you want to upload your own photography so that when it starts up, you get to see images of your dog or your cat or whatever it is that you want to put. What would you put? Tell me in the comment section below what you would put on the startup screen of your beautiful B8. You get this little cable. Okay, I hate cables with a vengeance, but it is really well made. And it comes with the spinny grip part to connect into the TX so you can't pull it out. And then you get the little TX unit. Do not be mistaken by its size and therefore cast judgment. Do not despise the snake for having no horns, for one day he may become a dragon. So here's the TX. I'm obviously going to be giving you close-ups so that you can slowly masturbate your way into the nearest guitar store and purchase one, which is what you need to be doing right now if you haven't already. So it's a really simplistic unit. It has an on-off button. It has a little switch called cable tone, which reenacts the tone of the cable. It sort of warms up the signal. I preferred it without, but it's there if you want it. It can connect to the transmitter and charge itself, or you can charge it with anything else. And it comes with a grip to connect it to your guitar strap. Don't be fooled like I was into thinking that this little bag contains drying stuff. Actually, it's adhesion for your pedal board, and they give you a complete pedal board kit. So there's also the grip for the back of the pedal, and then even if you didn't want to stick it to a pedal board just on the floor, a rubber mount. So you've got all sorts of mounting options. We like mounting options. So here is the RX receiver. It does exactly what you think it will when you look at it. You don't have to really learn much, which I'm enjoying because I hate tech, which is convoluted and gives you option paralysis. And by the way, just to make sure that you don't lose your TX, it connects like that to the RX and then it gets charged, which I love. There's a whole ton of stuff built in, but it's really easy to use. So let's deep dive into it right now for you. This I'm experimenting with. And this is a super secret prototype pedal for me called the Antiquity Drive. This is the star of, I feel like I'm doing one of those videos, but I'm not. This is the star of the show. It's a booster, it's a tuner, a really good one, by the way. And it's a super simple wireless system. Press it till it goes green, and then it will automatically connect. There you go. Then you strap this onto a guitar, which is what I'm going to do right now. Just connect it there, screw it on so it doesn't want to go anywhere, put it on the strap. It's a super tight grip on the strap, don't worry about that. By the way, I'm plugged into a Victory RD1, which, if you're not familiar, is just a low wattage, all tube, all valve, hand-wired British amplifier. It's always absolutely loads of fun trying to film a little screen like this, and only one of my frame rates will work. But basically, this startup screen shows you that it's receiving a signal and the battery level. And if I press the home button, it takes you to the main areas. You scroll through with this centralized knob, or you go back with this one here. So display, you can choose what kind of home display you want. This is the best one, obviously. What kind of brightness, the picture that you have when you load up. NUX very nicely gave me some lovely pictures. Choosing the latency might seem a bit counterintuitive, but if you have it super low latency, although it feels nice, it might be more susceptible to being bombarded with Wi-Fi. The tuner has a bunch of different looks. This is the best look. The other two are substandard, so I prefer this look. And you can choose whether it's a buffered bypass or a buffered monitor. Over here on stop being weird with the screen. The switch, you can choose for it to be a tuner or a boost. What I mean by that is that you can either press this like that, or you can long press. So a quick press will give you whichever you choose it to be. The long press gives you the other. So obviously set it to boost, because nobody wants to long press to get a boost. That would be a waste of my time. You can choose the output level, set it to full, and you can choose how much boost you want. Nobody needs 12 dB of boost, so I've set it a bit less. There you go, easy. Oh good, it's hailing in Malta. I guess we have to talk about, does it take pedals well? Because the way it's routed is out of here, through the pedals, back into the pedal and out into the amplifier. So does it take pedals well? Well, here's a super noisy pedal. My guitar is facing my laptop, so this is how it sounds. By the way, I swapped out the Univibe. I wasn't really feeling the vibe. Back with the Wazacraft chorus and a nice creamy 80s tone, including the boost, sounds like this. It has a DI out, which is really helpful because you can run this simultaneously as well as into the amp through the traditional method for recording and into PAs and all sorts of things. That's great, lovely DI out. This thing will run at 2.5 milliseconds. That's on the low latency setting. You're not going to feel that. I promise you, you're not going to feel it. I can't feel it, and I like to play fast sometimes. But if you want it to be more stable, because there's loads of Wi-Fi bouncing around, robots have invaded and AI's taken over, then you can set it to the lowest, which is 8.7 milliseconds, which you would feel just probably if you were normal, I suppose. Look, man, it's really good. I think you need one if you hate cables quite as much as I do. I love the simplicity, the functionality. It's giving space to your pedal board because it's giving you one footprint rather than two. And I think that's great because now I'm actually considering having a slightly bigger pedal board, which is really stupid. But it's enabling me to do that. Tell me, how would you use this in the comment section below? Have you got any cool ideas? It's interesting having the boost built into this because I'm sort of treating it like that extra emergency boost if I really needed one, because I'm gonna have a gain pedal on the board anyway, so it's interesting kind of pairing it with the boost inside this. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this ridiculous video all about the B8. This was a sponsored video. I do love NUX and I think their products are really good. That's why I've graciously accepted to be sponsored. Have a wonderful day. Happy New Year. Take it easy. See you later.